Man, that was a close one. That had you at the edge of your seat right there. Raptors win 130 to 121 against the OKC Thunder. Steven Adams goes out in the first half with a knee contusion, so he misses most of this game. But the Raptors go up by 30 points in this game. Looking at the box score, the Raptors only win this game by 9 points. But Raptors were up 30 in the first half, and I'm like, wow, this team almost fully healthy. This is the potential it has. And then all of a sudden, OKC goes on a 12-0 run to end off the first half, cuts it to 18. And then they cut it some more in the third and the fourth quarter. Man, the Raptors really let themselves go. And CP3, Dennis Schroeder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, those three guys just put on the clamps. They defended the Raptors well, forced turnovers. Exactly what the Raptors were doing in the first half. Raptors were forcing the turnovers and getting on the fast breaks and scoring. The OKC Thunder did the same thing right back to the Raptors. Both teams ended up with the same amount of turnovers at the end of the game. And this game came down to about 6 points near the end of the game. And if it wasn't for Kyle Lowry's two huge baskets near the end of the game where he closed it off, this game could have gone either way. But Lowry was clutch. Your best player tonight was Norman Powell off the bench, 23 points. But one guy that the Raptors really missed, Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol made his return today. Started the game. It was Serge, Mark, Siakam, OG at the 2 guard, and Kyle Lowry starting off the game with Norman Powell giving you that bench boost that you need off the pine. And that's exactly the right decision that Nick Nurse made, because Terrence Davis, who had 12 and 7 tonight, gave a huge boost. And so did Norman Powell, who's the MVP of today's game. 9 of 11 shooting. Hit every single big shot when the Raptors needed it. He hit the big shots to stop the oil from leaking in that third quarter, along with Terrence Davis, who had a big 3 as well. Tons of guys chipped in today. Serge Ibaka had 13 points in the first quarter. I'm like, damn, this might be a Serge game. Only ends up with 2 points the rest of the way, but other guys chipped in. This Raptors team is almost 100% healthy. The last guy we're missing is Fred VanVleet. Once Fred VanVleet comes back, this Raptors team will be fully healthy. And I can't wait to see how this team looks like. Because the Raptors have only played fully healthy, I think, 6 games where they were 5-1. And that's for real. So you can imagine if Fred VanVleet comes back, how good this team could be. But finally, the Raptors have weapons. Finally, the Raptors have a good rotation. And finally, the Raptors have some good depth players that can score on both ends and defend. You know, it's such a gift to have this plethora of assets and weapons on the court, and you can't just help off Rondae Hollis-Jefferson or Chris Boucher, whatever it is, because Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka, Pascal Siakam, Norman Powell, a lot of guys you were missing, and they came in and they did a great job tonight. I was most impressed with Marc Gasol. He had 15, 5, and 6 in this game. But what I really liked about Marc Gasol, he was assertive. He was aggressive. He got a couple post-ups, scored on them both times. One against Steven Adams early and then against Muscala later on. But he was taking it. Like, there was this one play I thought Kyle Lowry was coming for the dribble handoff to Marc Gasol. But Marc Gasol was like, you know what? I'm going to take it all the way. He goes in, hits a fadeaway in the lane. I'm like, okay. He's aggressive out there. He shot the 3-ball with conviction. Did not hesitate. Hit some 3 balls in this game. And Marc Gasol on the defensive end is just fantastic. He really kills that pick and roll that OKC tries doing. And Chris Paul is a master of that pick and roll. But Marc Gasol's help and his decision making of when to help and when to sag is just fantastic. He has a great sense and feel for the game. And that was evident in this game. Not to mention that Chris Paul did have a good game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, straight off his 2020-10 game, the Canadian kid, had a solid game again in this one. And Schroeder was causing havoc for Patrick McCaw, bringing the ball up as he scored a bunch of points off the bench. I believe like 25 points or something. He was great as well. But the Raptors really lost in that fourth quarter because, you know what, ball handling. Kyle Lowry is trying to play off the ball and they allowed Patrick McCaw to dribble out the basketball, but Schroeder strips him cleanly in the backcourt, gets to Muscala for an and one, and then I'm like, okay, this is not looking so good. Schroeder still has trouble dribbling up the basketball, and then since the Raptors really wanted Kyle Lowry to play off the ball to get some other plays going, the ball got put to OG's hands, and I know OG's not a good dribbler right now, and he was guarded by Chris Paul. As soon as I saw that matchup, I'm like, oh man, this is going to be bad news. And Chris Paul purposely let OG get in front of him, and then he just poked it from behind, forced another turnover. As the Raptors were just reeling at that point, the lead cut down from 18 points at half to now about 6 points in the fourth quarter before Kyle Lowry, Norman Powell, Pascal, and everybody was just chipping in some big baskets down the stretch and big defensive plays. Everybody hustling, jumping out of bounds to save the basketball. Great effort by the team, but back-to-back bad fourth quarters by the Raptors. One against San Antonio where the Raptors ended up losing. In this game, the Raptors had a bad fourth quarter again. Gotta stay poised. Gotta play the entire 48 minutes. That's what the Raptors gotta just key in on that. Can't get lackadaisical and relaxed out there. And that's exactly what happened today. Nick Nurse has gotta dig into his guys that the fourth quarter is no joke. You gotta play hard. And you know what? I was watching the other games that are going on, trying to see if the Raptors can jump the standings. Boston lost today, but Miami did win. So the Raptors catch up on Boston. But it's going to take a while for the Raptors to get up to the second seed. So as this team gets on healthy, I think this team will really improve and string together a few more games. Most of the points I really hit on about my takeaways from the game. One last point that I wanted to point out was OG Anunoby. Man, OG played the most amount of minutes today, 39 minutes, and for good reason. His defense, his activity on the defensive end was fantastic. Straight out of the gate. He got like 2-3 steals in the first quarter. He was active. His length, his physicality, they just couldn't muscle past him. And he was playing the passing lanes beautifully in that first half. And you know what? His three-point shot is getting better since he's getting into a rhythm. He knows he's getting good minutes. And he knocked down the shots with conviction today. He had 3 threes today, had 21 points today, and 5 rebounds and 5 assists. There was some great determination, even though he may have got rejected the first time. But he went back up. He had strength. He was in the right place at the right time. Made some good cuts. And you know what? This is the kind of OG that I expected when we drafted him. This is the potential I see. Hopefully he can be a little more consistent with the three-point shot. But this was a great game from OG today. And he made some good passes. Even though Serge Ibaka missed a couple floaters and hooks in the lane, he made great reads. And one thing that I wanted from Norman Powell and OG when they were young, just don't force it. Play the game. And you know what? OG had a couple spin moves that were nice. And even on the last play where he got the ball from a long distance pass from Kyle Lowry, he settled it down, passed it out to Pascal, and then Pascal dribbled out the clock. Smart, intelligent play, keeping your head up and looking where your teammates are coming. Great decisions by OG in this game. Otherwise, a solid win for the Raptors. Big win over OKC. It was 7th in the Western Conference, so they're no joke. And the Raptors did a great job of shutting them down. Huge win. It was drama-filled up until the very end, but a good win for the Raptors. Guys, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Raptors Wrap Up. Smash that like button. Until next time.